can make sure that, I know that all the road shows are coming up, so make sure that you guys check in your back office under Isagenix events and find out when the road show closest to you is, and I would just take myself and my whole team there and get a good idea about, what's going on with the roadshow. It's kind of neat because they have, I guess, quite a few featured different millionaires and different, six-figure income earners that are actually coming around with the roadshow. It's not just corporate leaders this time. So I get to hear from some people that maybe you've rubbed shoulders with at other events, or maybe you've always wanted to talk to them. You just might want to check in your back office and find out, who's coming to your town. So that's something that I'm looking forward to on the 17th here in Salt Lake.
And I would like to add to that, and I was muted out, so I apologize for not jumping in sooner as well. I would like to just share with everyone my thoughts around these messages that George Ruiz has been sending out on a daily basis. I hope you're all paying attention to them, reading them, and or listening to them. I save every one of them in my archives. I use pieces of them for my trainings to remind me, to help me stay on top of my game. He has been putting out the absolute best daily messages that I've seen from any leader in this industry, and my hats off to George for all the work. I know it's a tremendous amount of work doing that, and don't let it go to waste because he's done a great job for us. So take that information, internalize it, save it, share it with your team. Make sure that the new folks are getting some of the older emails that he's put out, the messages. That's why I've been archiving them. You might want to do the same thing either in a file or just in your email box. They're excellent. So I just wanted to kind of pass that on to everybody. It will definitely help you stay on top of things and get better and better every day.
Yeah, I loved the message that went out on Sunday. I don't know how many of you guys saw it, was out a day earlier, but that message about posers versus amateurs versus, professionals or going pro. I mean, that message really hit me pretty hard. That one did. I don't know if Alex or LeeAnn, if you guys read that, but I loved that. It really kind of blew my mind, actually.
Honestly, Adrianne, every one of them, I think, has had so many gems within them. I can't even say that I have a favorite. They all speak to us in different ways, but they are very powerful, very strong. George is doing an awesome job, and leading this team with that and other things he's doing. So I'm just really excited that we have that available to us now. So please, everyone, use it.
Yeah, absolutely, and they're fantastic messages. And Adrianne, that Sunday message was definitely caught me by surprise because it was supposed to come in on Monday, but it was absolutely great. And we'll talk a little bit about a book that both you, Adrianne, and George recommended last week in last week's webinars. That goes a little bit more into detail. But for our first question right now.
Hey, Alex,
go ahead.
Before we start, and I know the format of this is everyone here attending is supposed to be asking the questions, and I know they are. But I was wondering, can I ask a question to them?
Absolutely, and they can answer it right there in that chat box or the question box.
Yeah. I'd like to ask everyone, and I see there's a lot of folks on here tonight, which is great. And I'm looking at the names, and I know and love so many of you. And I want to ask everyone here a question because I think it's something that just so strikes the heart of what we're doing right now. How many of you, honestly, and just answer the question, yes or no, everybody that's here, I see all of you here, my eye is on you. How many of you can sit down across from the table of a prospect, a potential partner, right now and show them on a piece of paper how they can make $5,000 in 5 weeks? Can you do that, yes or no?
That was a fabulous question, LeeAnn.
Thank you, Adrianne. I'm not seeing any answers. Am I not seeing? Are you seeing anything, Alex?
Yeah, actually, we do have a few. You need to scroll on that questions
Okay.
box a
Okay.
little bit, but we do have. Let's see. Well, we have yes, no. I would let them watch the video. No, but I'm learning. Yes, with my chart. Yes and yes and yes. Well, the yeses are definitely getting out there.
Great.
And that's really a great a great question, and I'm so glad so many of you actually are saying yes. What would you
That's
suggest,
awesome.
LeeAnn?
Well, I think that for those of you saying yes, kudos to you, because that's what we do. I mean, it's really what we're about. That front end of the plan now is what is driving this company to, that contest out there, that message that Jim Coover put out to us, 500 million. That's how we get there. And I think every brand new person comes aboard should be taught, the first thing they should be taught is how to get to 5K in 5 weeks. Now, they might not want to go that fast, but you can't get there if you don't know how. And what the company has given us in these front end bonuses is just absolutely mind-boggling. And it's kind of back to that time where you just can't sleep at night because it's so exciting what the company's got on the table here for us. And it is what's driving the company. It's what's going to drive our team. It's what's going to drive your business and your individual teams. You got to know that stuff. Jimmy Smith has said it a million times. You got to know the numbers. Let me tell you, if you know no other numbers but these, you'll be just fine. You will rock and you will roll right along with all your goals. You really will. We know what our products are. We know how fantastic they are. Oh my gosh, the e-shot. Well, here I go talking too much again. See, aren't you sorry you invited me, Alex? But
Never.
that e-shot. Oh my God. Hello, is everyone taking it like a couple of times in the afternoon? It is amazing. Now put that together with 5K in 5 weeks. And if you don't know how to explain it, for those who didn't say yes, go listen to Kathy Coover explain it over and over and over again until you can explain it to the person sitting across from you. Because when you can, you're going to be so excited. And your belief level is going to skyrocket. Your posture will be right on. And you know what? Our posture is so important. So, okay. So thank you for letting me ask that question, Alex. And everyone, thank you for answering.
I
Great.
think I have like 2 e-shots a day right now. That's just me. One before workout and one like to get me through the day after.
There you go. They're awesome.
Okay. Well, let's just go quickly to that first question. And the first question is actually, how would you advise me on helping someone order for the first time?
That's a great question. So if you go in your back office too, it'll show you how to place an order. There's a little webinar tutorial on it. So if you haven't watched that yet, I'd go watch that. But otherwise, I think the simplest thing for me, and what I've found has been the easiest when I'm trying to build my business, and maybe if you're brand new as well, is to make sure that you print out some enrollment form documents, and it'll say new associate form in your back office, or you can order them through Sound Concepts. But it has everything on there, what you need, which information, their birthday, their social security, their billing and shipping. It has all of that, so you just write it down, you take the order. Don't forget to ask what kind of shakes they want in their package. Do they want chocolate or vanilla? Do they want liquid or powder, cleanses or ionics? Make sure you ask that. And then what I do is, if you're brand new, I would call a sponsor or somebody else to help you place the order, particularly where you want it, so that they can kind of, guide you and help you with that if you don't understand after watching the tutorial.
I would agree with Adrianne on all of that, and I think that the key being, especially in the very beginning, it's about us. It's not about them placing their first order or you placing your first order. It's about us placing those first orders. In other words, get that person that sponsored you or someone from the upline should be watching out and doing this with you, not sending you someplace to do it. I think that's really, really important.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. When you're first getting started, you want to make sure that you rank advance, to consultant. So you want to make sure that you know where you're placing those, people. It's important. Absolutely.
Yeah, and actually, just a reminder of the old-fashioned way. Also, you can always call customer service as well to place an order when you're on the run. I'm the last person to ever place an order via the phone, but the other day I was just driving over to Orlando, so for 3.5 hours I wouldn't have access. Well, I shouldn't actually be looking at my iPhone while driving. So that was a great solution, and I was able to walk a new associate actually through the whole process the old-fashioned way as well. Okay, so let's see. Next question. What videos do you use to present the opportunity?
My favorite new video is Eric Hoover's Why Isagenix. I think it's succinct. It's 12 minutes, which is very, very, it's quick, it's strong, it covers everything. I'll tell you a quick story. I was sharing this with George and maybe Adrianne the other day. I'm not sure if you were on. I think you were listening as well, Adrianne. But we had a event here in Houston, and I had some technical difficulties getting part of the presentation done because it was a full day training and with a presentation in the middle of it. And because of the technical difficulties, I decided to just put Eric's video in there and then follow it with a few slides because I didn't have time to do any more because it was very late at that point and I'd been working on this for a few days. And that's what we presented at the opportunity meeting portion, and it blew everybody away. And people said that was the best opportunity I've ever seen. And it was that 12-minute video with like 4 follow-up slides. And so I feel very strongly about that video. I mean, I personally will always love Are You Toxic? But 12 minutes, folks, you can get that into the hands of just about anybody. That's my personal opinion. I don't know. What are your thoughts on that, Adrianne?
So yeah, I'm absolutely in love with that video right now. I will tell you that sometimes when I'm on Facebook, particularly in social media, I'll still use Experience Isagenix because it's so short. It's just 3 minutes, and I like it because it gives you a brief overview. And honestly, what it's doing, it's giving you the permission, basically, when you follow up with them, to ask them what stood out to them in the video. And because it's only 3 minutes long and there's quite a bit of business in there, most of the time, what stands out to them is the business. Oh my gosh, I didn't know Isagenix has been around for 10 years. Oh my goodness, I didn't know that they were billion-dollar company. I didn't know that. So a lot of those business points I like to to answer questions on that. But I would have to agree with you, LeeAnn, that my favorite video right now is the what is Isagenix, or the Why Isagenix by Eric Hoover. It's absolutely fabulous. And that is the video that they use in the launch party kit. So for those of you who've gotten those launch party kits, you can hold, your own meetings. That video is in there, and it's absolutely fabulous. I think it's a great training tool as well if you're brand new. So if you ordered in that particular, there's a video that has a couple videos on it, and that's in there. Or you've got your $29 launch party kit that we had talked about. I would go through that a couple times yourself because it really teaches you how to talk about Isagenix and how to ask people the right questions to move through a presentation about Isagenix. So I think that's a great tool as well. Real quickly, I want to give a shout out to Mark Goodman. Congratulations! He just got a sign up. So I want to say that's so awesome. He's brand new and he's a consultant right now, and it's just awesome. It's just what he's doing for his family is absolutely fabulous. So congratulations on that. He's the one who said, "How do I put this person in?" I just got a text message. I said, "Was that you?" He said yes. So this is how close we are. This is how close-knit our little team is here. We're all one big little unit. Okay, so that's what I love about having these team webinars. So your success is my success, and I love that, Mark. Congratulations.
Well,
So, and
congratulations,
Mark knows
Mark.
how to show the videos. So that's good.
Yeah. And actually, I do want to point out, since the why Isagenix is Eric Coover's video is so new, uh, we don't have like a long track record with it, but I do believe it's probably the best one that I have seen explain in such a compact time everything that
Mhm.
that a prospect needs to know to at least start the process of getting enrolled. And you know, I don't really have a favorite video. All of them are my favorites because, in my experience, what I have found is that it takes more than one contact, more than one video, and so on. So you use them uh, basically in a row, and the easiest one to start with is that 3-minute video, the experience Isagenix, because it is so short and it opens up the conversation as to where does the prospect want to go next. Do they want to be more product oriented? Do they want to be more business oriented, and so on? And then you send them to the next video or the next tool, and so on. So, but apparently the consensus is from everybody that I've been talking lately has been the why Isagenix is absolutely the perfect video to get started.
Yeah, I want to follow up with a quick story. This just happened today. I have a girl that she's so cute. She's like in her 20s, but she works a night job, and I met her at the gym, and she was just like dragging. So in my head, I'm thinking like e-shot, Isagenix, need to start sharing it with friends, right? This is how you guys always wonder how I find people. They're everywhere. And so I kind of started a quick conversation with her, just asking her a few questions. Oh my goodness, are you doing okay today? That kind of thing. We got to talking, and it comes to find out we got really to talking, and she says to me, I just want to quit my job. I'm so exhausted, and here I am, trying to still look good and date and do all this stuff I want to do, but I just want to make more money. I'm so sick of working night shifts. She gets home like at 1 or 1:30 at night or something like that, stalking or something. And so I said, well, why don't I send you a video about what I do? I'm really excited about it, and things like that. And so she just said, sure. So I got her email, phone number, shot her over a text message. I just said, hey, I just want to let you know I sent you a 3-minute video. So I told her how long the video was, right? I already know she's tired. I want you to know I sent you a 3-minute video. Watch it, and I'll talk next time I see you at the gym. And she goes, cool, I'll be back Monday. So I said, okay, cool. So I spoke with her today for a little bit, and right in the middle of the gym floor, I've got a sticky note that I borrowed from the front desk, and I am showing her how to become a manager. And she loved the experience Isagenix because it was so short to the point, and she just had a bunch of questions about how do you actually make money with this. So she's actually signing up on Friday when she gets paid. So that's how simple these processes should be with like sharing and whatnot. So I mean, it's definitely exciting to be able to have these tools that we have, these videos that are so complete and so quick to show people. So just start, sharing them.
And I think, and that's a perfect example of why what Alex just said was so true. When you ask the question, what is your favorite video? Yeah, there's videos that are used more often, and that's why you would say maybe favorite. But if you know who you're dealing with, like in a case like that, you've got someone who's so stressed out and they're running and running and running. That 3-minute video is perfect. And yet if you have someone that is you're going to really get them to pay attention really deeply if they see something like, are you toxic? That's a great video. So know who your prospect is, if you do know who your prospect is. And again, the 12-minute video for me, as Alex said, is very, very complete, and I like that. But see, there's just a time and place for all of these videos, and then, as Alex said, as well, with the follow-up with the different videos. So, gosh, we just have such great tools. Oh my goodness, which one should I choose?
Right, right. I totally agree with that. Know your audience, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and by the way, Adrian, you were mentioning about the launch party kit, and Irene actually just sent us a note saying that she's all excited because her launch party kit arrived. And actually, I'm just going to put on the screen here for those of you that don't know what the launch party kit is or where to get it. You can actually go to isasalestools.com, and that takes you to our supplier for tools, which is Sound Concepts, and they have actually a tab. You might be able to see it on the screen about the launch party kit. And let me actually bring the launch party kit on here. And it's probably quite small, but basically you see everything that the kit includes. It includes the DVDs, it includes a catalog, some brochures, the Prosper magazine, enrollment sheet pads, the training sheet pads for the free products, uh, how to set up a launch party, and so on. So this is ideal for for launching your business in this way. And there's actually on Isagenix's YouTube channel, there's a video that shows exactly how to do this. And for those of you who are part of the BDP social media teams and the other uh, Facebook groups that we have, you probably, when you follow George and Adrian, you can see all of these videos and how to use them and so on. This is absolutely a great uh, tool that Isagenix has started putting out. So let's
And can
see
I
here.
just say this,
Sure.
that launch party kit is so exciting. So like when you first go, you pick it up or you get it shipped to you, you open it up, it is just like sleek, it's sexy, it's got everything you need. You don't need to worry about a thing. It like reminds me of that song, like don't you worry about a thing, because I mean, you open it up and the brochures are there, they're ready to pass out. I mean, it's got the DVD that says learn how to set up your launch party kit. I mean, it is just like fabulous. Comes with catalogs. I can't tell you how many times my new people are like, do we have a catalog? I'm like, yes. Get the launch party kit. It comes with everything you need to start sharing with people. That Prosper magazine, I mean, you can take it around, you can keep it at the party. And there's a sheet in there, okay, and it's amazing because what it does is it's different. It comes with a 50 count sheet, but it's different than an enrollment form. It literally describes how they can get their products paid for. So if you're like, gosh, I'm just not really sure how to talk about the business, well, this is a great tool to help you be able to do that. Because when you go through it, it literally talks about becoming a consultant and becoming a manager, the you plus two, them plus two, and it gives them like little estimates based on which kits they lead with. I mean, it shows them the money. And so all you'd have to do is follow along on that guide. And I mean, I'm excited. Irene, I'm excited for your party. I'm excited for anybody else who has a kit. I know my girl, Emily Stevenson's on here, and she has a party every Thursday, and it's fabulous. I mean, she's so consistent, and that's really what this kit allows you to do. It allows you to be consistent with inviting people, to your home or to somewhere to view and talk about what we do and what you do. So you can go pro.
And actually, even though we have all this technology and so on, I think probably the most money made in network marketing in history has been through uh, home parties.
That's right.
So, and actually, we have Tracy Larsen with us now. Tracy, are you there?
I'm here. Sounds really good. I can't add anything to that.
Great.
Well, I'd like to add one thing to it. And hi, Tracy. Welcome.
Hello,
LeeAnn. It is a great kit. I think it's phenomenal. And Adrianne just did a great job explaining everything that's in there. I think the fact that you can show people right away how they can get their products paid for is a real coup for especially a new associate who might be a little nervous at first. But it's with that great video in there. I know that we are all teaching everyone to duplicate with the President's Pack, and if someone comes in with the President's Pack, you might consider sending this to them. Yes, it's $30, but hopefully you've enrolled 2 people, and you've doubled your bonuses, so it's $30 invested well for that person to get a party going right away. Have a few on hand. You could send it to them and get up there really fast. That's what we're doing, and I think it's excellent. As Adrianne just explained all the pieces to this, there really is nothing missing, except for you.
That's right. It doesn't work without us, does it?
No.
I love what you said about making that investment. You know, I purchased a couple kits for, you know, a lot of my people here who have just said, you know, I want to be consistent with this, and it's a gift. I mean, it's an absolute gift for someone to be able to make tons of money with. So you do need to share it. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I've always given people that come in with a President's Pack, I've always given them some gifts, some books. I'll put things together, and it's like, this is a no-brainer. This is what they need. This is everything they need. This is the best gift we could give them. You know.
Yeah, I agree.
We got another question, Alex? Do we lose Alex?
I don't know. Are we leaderless?
No, I've been talking to myself here. I've muted myself out here. Oh boy. And I said so many important things. Oh well. Actually, we do have a question. It's a real short one. 3 words, actually. 4 if you want to be technical. What's the secret?
Which one? The secret to what? I've got lots of secrets. I'm not sure which one you'd like to hear.
Well,
the one you don't want to share with us.
Yeah, I know. How far should we go with this, LeeAnn?
We could have a lot of fun with this one. We could be on here late.
Okay, let's just take this to mean, what's the secret to building the business?
Getting into action.
Building the business. Absolutely.
Getting into action.
That's right.
That's the secret.
It's the little things. It's the daily things. It's what you do daily. How many of you guys who are you in competition with? I mean, really. You're in competition with yourself. So what are you doing every day? I mean, that's one thing, too, I want you to be aware of. You know, if you call 2 people today, what if you called 5 the next day? You know, or what if you sent 2 videos? Are you going to make sure you follow up with those 2 people the next day? You know, within 24 hours? Yeah, it's those little things that build up to be so big. Wouldn't you agree, LeeAnn?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Being consistent in action, consistently in action. I mean, George said it in, I believe it was today's message, you know, you can't possibly be doing these things and not get results. You know, we're on this 90-day curve right now. How many people are taking that 90 days seriously? I know I am. And, you know, it's the commitment you make to yourself. It's not only, as you just put it, Adrianne, which is true, we're competing with ourselves, but it's our commitment to ourselves as well. You know, and are we lying? You know, where are you on that scale that George put up today? What were those different headings? You know, I mean, where are you a player or are you not? That's what, you know, I'll never forget years ago, I don't remember who said this, but my gosh, how many times is this coming into my brain? If my team did today what I did, where would my business be? And if you get excited when you answer that question, then you're in action. And if you're like, oh my God, then you may want to take a look at what you're doing. I mean, the secret is no secret. The secret is there's no secret. The secret is just being in action. And we get what we put out. You know, I can track my business from day one, when I was in action, when I wasn't, when I wasn't, you know, and you can track it by the day, year, month, hour, whatever. But that's the bottom line. It doesn't happen unless we're making it happen. And when we have something like Isagenix, are you kidding me? There is no one has anything out there. We have no competition. We truly have no competition out there. I mean, I've been on the phone today with some top leaders in this industry that are looking at this company, and you know what? They're telling us what they're doing and what they've been in. we just have zero competition. I mean, when you're proud of what you have, and when you know who the leadership of this company is, the products, that front-end bonuses that were added, wow. We have to be in action, though, to get it. And to me, there's the secret. There is none. There's no secret.
I'll add to that, LeeAnn, and I think you both hit it right on the head. It's the action and the consistency, and I think that where a lot of people go wrong is they just willy-nilly through the day. They just say, well, maybe I'll do something now, maybe I'll make a phone call. And I think if you schedule your day, plan your time, and I don't care how you schedule it, you can schedule it different every day, but if you have a set thing that you're going to do all the time at a certain time, or 1 hour a day, or whatever, you'll be consistent. And if you just, I need to talk to somebody, but I'm going to go do this, I think you need to have it. Sit down and figure out what time is best for you to be doing it, and then follow your action plan.
Carol Taylor says all distractions are equal, and that's what you're saying, Tracy. If you kind of do it willy-nilly, it's at the. I mean, I'm watching one of my folks here in Houston, and I love this person dearly, and I know she really wants to make this happen. She needs to make this happen, and she's totally capable, more than capable, to make it happen. And she'll get going and get real excited and go to events and get really engaged and make phone calls and enroll people, and then lets this get in the way and that get in the way and this next thing get in the way. And I sit back and I think, what in the world is she doing? She's letting all these distractions get in the way of all of her dreams. And if that's happening to you,
everybody has the same distractions. That's the key. Everybody has the same distractions.
Everybody has the potential of them. Absolutely. And
I like when Jim Rohn says, everybody has the same wind blowing on them. It's how you set yourself.
That's right. That's right.
And actually, I do want to basically add something in there. We need to consider this. There's lots of people that are very successful in Isagenix. And Isagenix, there's the products. Everybody has the same products. There's the compensation plan. Everybody has the same plan. So probably the secret lies in yourself, in what you decide that you're going to do, in what you do, and so on. And actually, for me, the secret is the day that one actually decides that one is going to seriously treat this as a business, not as a hobby. And that's when things really start happening, because things can start happening at any time. You might get lucky with one or two people or whatever that join you, and maybe they start building a little bit. But it's that consistency, that decision you make, that you are going to make the time, that you're going to focus yourself 100% on the business. That's probably what I consider to be the secret component. And by the way, just a quick reminder, we still have about 10 more minutes on the webinar. If you'd like to ask a question, just go ahead and type it into the control panel. We only have one more question here right now, so try to bring in, if you have a question, bring it in right in the next few minutes. Okay.
Alex, can I, real quick,
Sure.
before you go into the next question, just something on my mind. A couple of weeks ago, I did a webinar on your focus and where was your focus at, and protecting your focus. And, because I have 7.5-year-old twins, I still personally train people, even though I get paid full-time in Isagenix. There's so much going on in my life. And I just want to say to all of us out there, all the distractions are the same. They're the same for me as they are for you. They're the same for LeeAnn as they are, for me, et cetera, and et cetera. And it's really interesting because I totally understand where you have people in your mind, and tell me, and you probably will get this, okay? You have names in your head, people in your mind, emails written down somewhere, right? Phone numbers written somewhere. You have talked to some people. But, you come home, right? And, it's not that the dishes shouldn't get done. It's not that you should ignore the kids. it's not that you don't have, you know, other things going on and other emails and other posting and things that need to go out. That's all the same. You just need to decide at what time of the day or what times of the day are you going to make some of these people a priority. Because in reality, if you realize what we have, which I know all of us do, okay, and there's a lot of people on this webinar tonight. I know that all of you are on here for a reason. At one point, you know, you looked in the mirror or you looked in the looking glass and you found Isagenix being a vehicle that you could, you know, define yourself by and get excited about what we have to offer. So imagine your best friend in the whole world, okay, you know, has all this amazing information about this product that can make you stronger, sleep better, you know, heal yourself, literally, you know, recover, you know, from things and become this amazing human being. And then they also have within them the power to show you how to quit your job, how to make $5,000 in 5 weeks, how to get your products paid for. All of you on here have that. Like, you have that knowledge. So when somebody gives you, you know, their email or you get somebody excited, you got to knock that down on your priority list somewhere during the day to make sure that you get that information out to them, because you wouldn't want to be their friend who's sitting here anxiously waiting to hear more and is maybe just too afraid to ask, hey, did you send me that email yet? Hey, I never got that from you. Or they forget, just like you forgot. So when it's on the mind, you need to write it down, you need to schedule it in just like you do anything else. And just, I'm telling you, protect your focus. The dishes can wait for a minute. The children can wait for 5 minutes while you just quickly write an email and send a video. I promise they'll be fine. You know, and your job or whatever you're, you know, doing if you're not full-time yet, that can wait a minute too, because you're always going to have all those things there. They're always there for you. The job's there. You can always get another job, by the way, right? We're not looking for a job. We're in Isagenix because we're looking to retire. We're looking to finally, for once in our life, build this residual income that gets us from where we want to be right now to these dreams, these ideas about how we really wanted our life to be before all these distractions got in the way. So that's what I'm trying to say, is just the secret is, honestly, protect your focus and do those little things that you know you're capable of doing. We're all capable of doing. So sorry, I went off on a tangent there, but that's super, super important.
Great tangent. Great. Okay, so one more question then, and it's the question is, as soon as you enroll a new person, how much of the back office do you show them without overloading them?
I just show them how to manage their auto ships. I put the control back in their hands. I show them how to manage auto ships, how to add products to their auto ship each month. That's usually the first step. And then the second step is I show them, you know, tools on how to make money and where the next event is for them.
Great.
I don't really talk too much about the back office until I have their names list, and my focus now, as it always has been, but more so now than ever because of this front end money, but to get people to consultant and then on to manager as quickly as possible. I don't want them getting bogged down in the back office. Now, they need to know the back office to be enrolling people, and that's what I will do with them and teach them how to do it, let them learn as they're earning. And then, as Adrianne said earlier, you know, point them to the tutorial back there so that they can, on their own time when we're not working together, you know, be learning more about that, how they can set it up and customize things and the like. But I really think it's super important to get people into action right away, into the habit of building the business. So many people that I've worked with over the years, their habit became managing their business. They never really had a business to manage, but they were always managing, always organizing, always fixing, always creating. And now they're going to have their own little website, and then they're going to have this, and they're going to, because I didn't teach them in the very beginning what the business was, which was talking to people, making a list, getting one on the left, one on the right, helping them to get one on the left, one on the right. And that's why I'm looking at people like Lynn skyrocketing because she got that from the very beginning. She didn't get bogged down, and she's not letting her people get bogged down. And the way I did it when I first started this business. So, I think the back office is important. It'll come. The most important thing, just like Jimmy Smith said to me the night that I enrolled, he said, "LeeAnn, get one on your left and one on your right." And then the next morning, he said, "LeeAnn, get one on your left and one on the right." That afternoon, he said, "Get one on your left, one on your right." And after about 5 times in my frustration and anger with him, telling him he needs to teach me how to do the business, he said, "You're doing it." Then I didn't even know what a back office was. It wasn't anything like it was today, but it didn't matter because you know what? I was making money. So I think that is as important as it is. I think the most important thing is getting them going, and then figuring the back office out, showing them how to enroll someone, showing them, where their tree is, and then letting them go through the tutorial. That's just my personal way of doing it.
Well, I tend to agree with you, LeeAnn, that the back office is really something that can be just one more confusing thing for a brand new person. And if you can get them to do what you just said, to get their first 2 people signed up, become a consultant, then you walk them through how to sign those people up. It's on-the-job training, and they're not confused. And they're excited because they have a new person they're putting in the computer. When they first signed up, they're already apprehensive, and it's just one more thing to confuse them. And when they're excited about their new sign-up, and then you go into the back office and say, "Look, here's how you do it," walk them through it, I think that is perfect.
Yeah, I'd rather than being excited that they just made $80 to $320, and then have them spending a week figuring out the back office. Yeah.
Yep.
Right, and I also agree 100%.
And I have to agree as well, because basically we have to make sure that they understand that there's an urgency to this left, right. And LeeAnn, you had such a fantastic audio at the beginning when we got started, about becoming a consultant in your first 48 hours. And now with the new ranks, and for those of you that are new, you might not know what we're talking about, but for those of you who have been with us for a little while, the ranks of manager, director, they are new ranks. And now it's all the time frames are set for us. We know that within the first few days we should be a consultant. We make $50. We know that within the first 30 days we need to become a manager so that we get the $250 bonus for being a crystal manager. We know that we have 90 days for our director bonus, which is $750. That's the crystal director. And then we know we have 180 days to become an executive and get the bonus that goes with that, the $1,000. So it's all in there, and we go all the way back to what LeeAnn started at the beginning with her question. Do you know how to make $5,000? How to explain how to make $5,000 in your first 5 weeks? And if you go to that webinar by Kathy Coover, the 5K in 5 weeks.com, the last slide actually has everything right there, week by week by week, how to do that. And it is simple. And rather than spending time with details in the back office, if they don't know how to enroll somebody, that's fine. You're their sponsor. You help them. Help them get their 2 people first, then help those 2 people get their 2, and so on. The you plus 2, them plus 2. Get paid, get your people paid. So let's see if we have one more question here. And we actually just have some comments here, and maybe we should start wrapping it up. And let's see, LeeAnn, Adrianne, do you guys want to have a parting message here on tonight's webinar?
I just want to thank everybody that's here for taking the time. We talk about distractions and secrets and the like, but a big part of making things happen is being plugged into the team, whether it's through this webinar or being active on the Facebook posts and following what's going on. Just being plugged into the team, however it works for you, it works for us. However it works for you that serves your business and grows your business is fantastic. And I just want to thank everyone for taking the time for being here tonight and showing us that you really want to make this happen, because that means we're all on the same page. And just those simple words, get into action. Get into action. Read George's daily messages or listen to them, whichever works best for you. Stay connected through Facebook if you can to find out the latest things that's going on. Adrianne does a fabulous job with that. George does a fantastic job. Be on these webinars that Alex works so hard at making so fantastic week after week. Be plugged in, be into action, find that space and time. As Adrianne said, find that space and time in the day and make it your Isagenix time. You deserve that. You can't get out of what you're in now if you don't make that. Carol Taylor said a long time ago, all distractions are equal. And it's true. We all have distractions, but yes, they can all wait, because the future is now. Your someday is now.
That was beautiful, LeeAnn, and I don't think I need to say much other than something that came to mind that you said, which was super funny, and that was that, when my kids come in or they burst in or I'm on a call or something like that, I just tell them, like, listen, mommy is building her $1 million team, okay? 5 minutes. And I tell them how long I'll be on the phone. I'm very clear about that, stuff like that. But you're so right. All distractions are the same. Protect your focus. And I got to tell you, one thing I've learned too is, sometimes, and this is just my natural personality, sometimes can be a little bit skeptical. And I really have to tell you, for being as long as I've been in Isagenix and in this industry, that I've learned to follow the people who have what I would like, who are doing what I would like to strive to be and do. And all those things. I've become a really great copycat. I've copycatted LeeAnn for years. I mean, she coached and trained me she put so much time into me, and I love her for that. I mean, she's just so dear to me. Alex Kokin, putting these webinars on tells me that that's important for me and my team, and I need to be on here. Going to weekly events, scheduling launch parties with my team, all those little things that, are before we leave. I just want you to realize, if you haven't scheduled one before, just schedule one. Just go for it. Give it a whirl. I mean, that's really when I first got started, and I made that first $6,500 in 4 weeks, I was doing in-home presentations. Things like that just got me an audience, stuff like that. And that's what I love about being on here and being part of such a fabulous team. And I really have to say, there is not another team and anywhere, not in Isagenix and not in anybody else's team, that I'd rather be on than, here with Alex and LeeAnn and George and Tracy. And that's just, speaking from experience, I finally just dropped the skepticism, got out of my own way, and started doing what they told me to do. There's a big secret for you, but that was the truth. I just got into action. And this book, I just want to real quickly touch on this book that George has been talking about, this GoPro by Eric Warr. If this is your first year in network marketing, this is a book you need to get. If you consider yourself brand new right now, then I would go get that book as well. It's not available yet, but you can go pre-order it and wait to have it get to you. But it's called GoPro by Eric Warr. And I'm telling you, leaders, they're readers. Leaders are readers. That's one thing that I learned a long time ago as well. So make sure you get things that reinforce your belief in the industry, reinforce your belief in developing and creating a team and how to do that. So you guys, you're absolutely fabulous. I love how many people are on this webinar. It's just growing and growing. Make sure you guys invite your team for next week. It's just super exciting to watch. So thank you again.
Thank you, Adrianne. I just wanted to thank you for bringing up the book. I'm not new to network marketing, and I ordered 10.
Yeah.
1 for me and 9 to give to people that are new to network marketing or going to be on my team. And I've read such great things about the book, and thanks to George and you for making us all aware of it. And I don't know, Alex, if we have that link, but if you do order, I don't know the different breakdowns, but if you order 5 or 10, you get some extra gifts and things like that. You might want to make available to everybody if we can.
Yes, we will have that at the howtogetgoing.com tomorrow,
Awesome.
putting those links. But if you can't wait, you can actually get the Kindle version at Amazon.com tonight. I got it the first day, and it is a fantastic read, and it's really everything that basically I have learned in my years in network marketing. It's condensed right there. It's the basics are there, and the basics are what create the big money in network marketing. So thank you, LeeAnn. Thank you, Adrian. Thank you, Tracy, and thank you to each and every single one of you for joining us tonight. And we look forward to seeing you then next Monday at the next BDP webinar. The recording of this webinar should be available tomorrow evening at the howtogetgoing.com site.
Well, Alex, thank you. Thank you for always being here for everybody. You just do such a fabulous job, and this team would not be the team it is today without you. So kisses and hugs, and I just love you to death. Thank you so much.
Oh, by the way, and one thing I do want you to know, because I just thought about this, and we take our spouses sometimes for granted and so on, and I figured this book is the ideal one for Marlena, who's my partner in life, and she's my partner in Isagenix, to actually because she wants to start building her own organization now. And this book, there's no other book that I can think of that would work better for your spouse, also to let them understand what it is that you're doing and so on.
Alex, I have a little announcement I'd like to make. If we could just take another couple of minutes here.
Sure.
I am so super excited about this. It's funny how your business grows, and there's all kinds of things that happen, exciting things that happen, and we've just had something very exciting, and I see that he's on our webinar today, and I don't think he can talk because he's on the side of attendees, but I just want to let the whole world know, because I'm so happy about this, so proud about it, so excited about it, that we have on our team now an incredible business builder, an incredible networker, someone that I've loved for a long time, that just absolutely can turn a room on fire, and I just want to welcome him among everybody here. John Macker is now a part of our team, and welcome, John, to our team and to our webinar. We are just so excited to have you here.
Yay! Welcome! Yay!
Hey, by the way, I don't know if we don't want to put John on the spot. If he has a microphone, I can try to unmute him.
So he texted me and said he's not sure he has a mic.
Okay.
So says, I don't think I have a mic, Adrian, and I said, okay.
No
But he
problem.
wants to know that he's on here, and he's excited about this team, and it's just so exciting to be able to work with somebody like John. So. Yes,
he definitely is one of the networkers that I definitely have a lot of admiration for, and a lot of the things that I have learned came directly from him. So.
Well, he's a superstar for sure. He's a dream teamer, and I'll tell you what, he is working, and we've had some calls that are just amazing, and I'm just excited for him. I'm excited for our team, and it just tells you who we are as a company and as a team to have people like John Macker coming on board with us. He's had quite a journey that I'll let him share at another time on this webinar. I'm sure he'll be wanting to do that, and we'll be welcoming that moment. And but I just want to make sure everybody knew that he is a part of our team now, and he is rocking.
Woohoo! I can't wait for him to do a webinar for everybody.
Awesome.
If you guys hear us announce that John Macker's doing a webinar, you better all be on with your team, man. Do not miss out on that one. You want to get fired up? You got to get this guy on the webinar. So.
That's right. You bet.
So consider that an invitation, right, John?
Yes, consider that an invitation.
Okay, go ahead. Texas, is that a yes, John? All right. Thank you, everyone.